Hi students, welcome to Shekhar's history classes. We are discussing about UPSC previous year questions. Here we are going to learn about Rowlatt Satyagraha. This question was asked in 2015. Rowlatt Satyagraha and Rowlatt Act are very important in UPSC examination because it often appears in the examination. If you take Rowlatt Act 2015, 12, 9, 8, 7, continuously it appeared in examination. Let us see this. With reference to Rowlatt Satyagraha, which of the following statements are correct? The Rowlatt Act was based on the recommendations of the Sedition Committee. Second statement, the Rowlatt Satyagraha, Gandhiji tried to utilize the Home Rule League. Third statement, demonstrations against the arrival of Simon Commission coincided with Rowlatt Satyagraha. Okay, here we have to see Rowlatt Satyagraha, Simon Commission, then Sedition Committee. Different phrases are there. Unless we know these individually, we cannot answer this question. Let us see what are the sequence of events which led to passing of this act. Then we can answer this particular question. Before directly going into Rowlatt Act was passed in 1919. It came into effect in 1919. Whereas we have to see the history somewhat before, at least 2 decades before this. If we see in 1890s, revolutionary activities started in 1890s. In Pune region also, activities were taking place in 1890 against some officials, cruel officials, some murders taken place. Chapakar brothers, Nathuram brothers, you would have heard this. For supporting those activities, even Balagangadhar Tilak was arrested. This is 1890s. From 1890s onwards, these kind of activities were there in Maharashtra region also, in Bengal region also. Then in 1905, Bengal was partitioned. It led to Swadeshi movement. On one hand, mainstream movement like Swadeshi movement was going on. Underlying current is revolutionary activities were also going on. For example, if you take an organization called Anushilan Samiti, it was very active in Bengal region. Abhinav Bharat, here famous freedom fighter V.D. Savarkar was associated with Abhinav Bharat. Likewise, in different parts of the country, such kind of organizations were emerging. Whenever mainstream national movement subsided, revolutionary activities were increasing. Once again, after the decline of Swadeshi movement in 1908 onwards, once again revolutionary activities were taking place. Prafulla Chaki, you can hear some of the examples of revolutionary activities. Now, around this time period, now this is 1908. In 1911 also, a great development took place in our history. Because of these activities in Bengal and because of Swadeshi movement and great opposition to the Bengal partition, even the capital was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi in 1911. Till 1911, Calcutta was the capital for British Empire. Later, it was shifted to 1911. These revolutionary activities were so intense that till 1912, these revolutionary activities were targeting officials, unpopular officials. In 1912, a great event took place, that is, Viceroy himself was attacked. Viceroy himself was attacked in Delhi. Harding was the Viceroy. A bomb was thrown at Viceroy himself. That is the kind of anger was there in the Indian masses. This shows the kind of revolutionary activities that were going on in the country before the emergence of Rowlatt Act itself. Now we are in 1912. In 1914, not only in India but in the world itself, a great chain of events took place that led to First World War. Let us see the world. Here, entire Europe was under fire now. In 1914, First World War took place. It continued till 1918. whatever these developments, it is going to affect India as well. Around the same time period, in USA also, some people gathered together and formed a party called Ghadar Party, and they smuggled weapons to India, and they wanted to overthrow British Empire through armed struggle. That is Ghadar. Ghadar conspiracy or Ghadar movement started in 1914 and 15. These activities were very intense, and British officials arrested many of the leaders of Ghadar movement. Under this circumstance, in 1915, now we reached till 1915. In 1915, British passed an act called Defence of India Act. In order to defend the British Empire, they passed this act, and they wanted to curtail the revolutionary activities through this act. At a world level, other development was also going on here. In Russia, Bolsheviks were gaining ground. They finally overthrew in 1971 the Tsar regime and laid the foundation for first Soviet Union in the world history. The first communist state was created in 1917 by Bolsheviks. This development was also going on in Europe around the same time period. So naturally, these ideas are going to affect India. Through this act, Defense of India Act, they wanted to curtail these activities, and these ideas and revolutionary activities were gaining ground from 1915-16 onwards. And in 1916, one more development took place in the Indian history. That is, 1916 to 1918, Home Rule movement started. In 1916, Home Rule movement started. It continued till 1918. You can see so many activities were going on, political activities were going on in the country. British had to control these activities. In Bengal activities, in Maharashtra, in Punjab, in Madras, in Pune, different places, these kind of activities were going on. British had no option but to pass these kind of laws. These were very unpopular. They were curtailing the freedom of people in order to express themselves. Under these conditions, in 1917, British appointed a committee called Sedition Committee in order to curtail these sedition activities according to British Empire. This committee was headed by a person called Sidney Rowlatt. Under his name, the act which was passed after this Sedition Committee, it was also called popularly Rowlatt Act. But officially, the name of Rowlatt Act is different. Officially, the name of this act is the Anarchical and Revolutionary Crime Act. The name itself is indicating the Anarchical and Revolutionary Crime Act. In order to contain the anarchical activities and revolutionary activities, based on the Sedition Committee in 1917, they passed a law in 1919. Now, this came into effective in March. This has triggered a chain of events in India. This is a triggering point in our Indian freedom struggle, because after this point, so much political activity took place, and from 1919 to till 1947, till India gained independence, so many political activities started one after the other. In March, Rowlatt Act became very effective. Especially in Punjab region, there was intense opposition to this. In March, it came into effective. Here, two aspects. On April 10th, popular leaders like Saifuddin Kichlu and Satyapal, they got arrested. Before that, on April 6th, Mahatma Gandhi launched Rowlatt Satyagraha. This is the point. Here, for this only we are discussing Rowlatt Satyagraha. At this point, Rowlatt Satyagraha emerged. On April 6th, under leadership of Gandhiji, Rowlatt Satyagraha started. Already so many activities were going on in the country. so much opposition came in Punjab and there was huge popular resentment. Famous popular leaders Satyapal and Saifuddin Kichlu, they were arrested on April 10th. April 6th was the beginning of Rowlatt Satyagraha. Even on April 10th, even Gandhiji was going to Punjab to have a meeting over there. But even on same day of April 10th in Haryana, Gandhiji was arrested. Gandhiji was also arrested on April 10th. Saifuddin Kichli was arrested and Satyapal was arrested. For these arrests, people started protesting intensely. Now this took place on April 10th. Army was also called in to Punjab, Amritsar. On 13th April, an infamous massacre took place, that is Jallianwala Bagh massacre. This has really changed the character of Indian national movement thereafter. So this is after Jallianwala Bagh massacre, then Khilafat movement came, non-cooperation movement, then civil disobedience movement, then Quit India movement, and finally Independence of India Act. So it's a continuous chain of events took place after this particular act. Under this context, Rowlatt Satyagraha or Rowlatt Act is very famous. Now here you see, on 6th April, Gandhiji started Rowlatt Satyagraha. He tried to use the people from Home Rule League. Just before 1919, Home Rule ended. Home Rule League, the people who ever participated in Home Rule League, Gandhiji tried to utilize their energies and wanted to take the Rowlatt Satyagraha forward. However, this massacre, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, has completely transformed the national movement character. Now these are the events. You have to understand under what circumstances Rowlatt Act was passed. You just start with the beginning of revolutionary activities in 1890, then in 1910s also, in 1920s also. Now we will come to the question. First statement, the Rowlatt Act was based on the recommendations of the Sedition Committee. Yes, Sedition Committee was formed in 1917 under a person named Rowlatt. In Rowlatt Satyagraha, Gandhiji tried to utilize the Home Rule League. Yes. Third statement, demonstrations against the arrival of Simon Commission coincided with Rowlatt Satyagraha. No. Simon Commission was appointed after these events. In 1920s, in 1927, British appointed Simon Commission. In 1928, they reached India, but they faced huge demonstrations. So this is not the right option. With reference to Rowlatt Satyagraha, which of the following statements are correct? Only 1 and 2. Answer is 1 and 2 only. This question is so important that even in 2012 also, before that, for so many years this question was asked. Let us see what kind of question was asked in 2012. Before 2012, questions were very direct. Directly they have asked. The Rowlatt Act aimed at compulsory economic support, imprisonment without trial, and summary procedure for trial. The purpose of this act is to arrest any person, whoever is involving in the revolutionary and anarchical activities without trial. They can be arrested without any trial and they can be sent to jail. This is the answer. During the Indian freedom struggle, why did Rowlatt Act arouse popular indignation? Again, it authorized the government to imprison people without trial. Who was the Viceroy of India when Rowlatt Act was passed? This was asked in 2008. Here you can see, we are in 1919. Suddenly you may not remember who was the Viceroy around this time period. But you know 1909 Act, it was also called Morley-Minto Act. 1919 Act, Montague-Chelmsford Chelmsford Act. Here, Chelmsford is the viceroy of this particular point of time. So, Lord Chelmsford was the viceroy when Rowlatt Act was passed. Which one of the following aroused a wave of popular indignation that led to the massacre by British at Jallianwala Bagh? Rowlatt Act. Now you see, if you know the chain of events, you can easily answer this kind of questions. Another question, it was asked in 96. The Anarchical and Revolutionary Crime Act 1919 was popularly known as Rowlatt Act. So Rowlatt Act is the popular name, whereas the official name is Anarchical and Revolutionary Crimes Act. The name itself is indicating that in India, so much political activity and revolutionary activities were undergoing at this particular point of time. So if you know broadly what is Rowlatt Act and under what circumstances it came, you can answer any type of question, whether it is direct question or it is statement wise question. Thank you.